Hello, friends
Hi,
of
guys.
News and Journals. This is Devstream 89 from Copenhagen, live. And with you today is, I'm Reto McFly, and I have Reto Stellan with me today, and Reto Typhoon as our designated driver. We'll get back to that one. We have a lot of stuff to cover today, some cool stuff, we think. We have the news, we have some stuff about the medic update, and we have some stuff about training bots. And finally we have a giveaway, or we might even have two giveaways. We'll see as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
But first off, the news in short. We released the 105 medic update, and you seem to be enjoying using medkits a lot. We think they're fun. You think they're fun?
They're really fun.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that works out.
Save the day.
Yeah.
That works out quite well. But we'll get back to medkits in just a little bit. Let's go to the tutorial bots.
Yes.
Should we hit
Let's
it?
hit it.
Stream. Are you on the correct stream?
Should we?
Yeah.
Good. Basically, what 106 is all about is tutorialization.
Tutorialization.
That's
That's
really,
correct.
really hard.
Yeah, that one. Yes, that's correct. So, just want to mention this is going to be an early version of what's in the next update. Stuff might not be final. Just to as it is usually when we show off stuff that's being developed.
Exactly.
It's work in progress. Yeah. So.
But this has all to do with first time experience.
Yes.
That's why we made a new account.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna ask Typhoon to select a character. And this is what you get.
Yeah. So.
But usually when you get to this point, you have to wait for
You have to
at
wait
least
for
19 people to show up.
Exactly, or at least enough to start a battle, a mission between yourself and other people.
Yeah.
In some of our we try to give the new users as smooth experience as possible, and some of the issues with having to wait for a match to start is that it can sometimes be a longer time than we are aiming for, depending on your location in the world. So to try to make up for that, which it's one of the things that we do with these tutorial bots, it's that to lower the waiting time for the first couple of battles.
So what we're seeing here is...
Yeah, what we're seeing is how new players are going to experience the game from the beginning. This is a match that's been loaded. It's still running on a server, but it's currently filled with 19 bots, tutorial bots, and our own player here. What we're aiming for is that in the first couple of battles, you're gonna play with these bots. On your side, they're gonna fill up to 10, and if there are other players on your team, you're gonna play together against these bots. So, as you can see, when it's done counting down, your team will help you out and try to capture the objective and run around as a normal player would, albeit maybe a bit more easy going than
Possibly, yeah.
than your usual Twitch player. So it's
And the opposing team are
all bots,
all tutorial bots.
yeah. And they're gonna stay that way for the first couple of battles. So it's a way to ease new players in, make them feel more comfortable with our game, and yeah, you can start spawn
Start
down.
deploying, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's another new thing
There you go.
we saw.
Yeah.
Try standing still for a while. Just to mention the top left corner.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
That's our new tutorial. It's another way to help new players figure out what's in and what's out of our game. This is basically a series of small achievement like tutorials that you have to run through, and you can, as you can see in the box, you get some XP for completing them. Once you complete them all, you get some XP for completing the whole batch. And we have a couple of batches of those. You can toggle them by pressing F5, which is the first task. So you can try that. Just let go of tab. Yeah. Then you can toggle it on and off.
Oh, nice.
So you can have that list, as you can see. Oh, you actually.
I haven't even tried this yet. So
Nice.
this is perfect for me.
Yeah. So you need to move the soldier by pressing all the buttons. Try to do that. There you go.
There we go.
That was all the buttons. And then you can try to see how the game mode plays out. So basically, what we're doing here is that you're gonna play in a game mode against bots. You know the game modes. It's encounter. So that one you know. But for new players, this is maybe a more we're gonna ease you into playing against some players that don't necessarily are the best aimers, as new players probably aren't, or in some cases aren't at least. So some of you might ask, well, what about the first blood? Wasn't that a tutorial as well? We had a long talk about what the purpose of the first blood missions were. The mission was it basically we all agreed that it was a weird way to introduce you to this game, because it doesn't really contain any of the elements that's actually in the game. It's it was simply just a series of tasks that you have to complete, and none of them really had anything to do with the game. And as you can see here, this is on Encounter, the Encounter game mode, which is the first game mode that you encounter when playing our game.
Yeah.
And
Oh, he got you.
he actually killed again. Nice.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Nobody saw that.
Nobody saw that. So it's a better way of introducing you to the game with all the elements that actually goes into the game. So it's a much nicer way of doing this. You can try to complete the tutorial now. There you go.
Yeah.
And as you can see, once you're done, you get another set of tutorials, a bit more advanced. In this instance, you have to look at your map, and you have to zoom your map, I guess. And then you have to use a medic crate. So it's. I should notice. I should tell you that the bots are. We aimed to create some bots that are. Well.
There we go.
How can I tell?
Are they smart?
They're smart, but in a dumb way. And we did it purposely so that they can and will try to complete the task of capturing, and they will aim at you, and they will shoot at you. They will even in some cases take cover and be afraid and run away. But we aim to create some bots that are that basically will help new players learn how to shoot, but not necessarily wreck them in the first couple of games that